Alright, so it has been a long time since I played the beginning of ARR, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the new player experience is like. They've upgraded it a lot in the last however many years, or at least so I've been told. Um, I have a friend that we're going to be playing with, and so I figured I'd start from scratch since I'm going to have to do the whole thing anyway. I'm probably going to record more of an intro that's a proper intro before I actually put this live. But maybe I won't. So this is my normal character. I play as him most of the time. I've got multiple level 90 classes on that. But for the purposes of this, we're going to pretend that this is the first time we're doing this. Although I'll probably make some nods to stuff later, but no spoilers, obviously. So generally what the flow of this is going to be is that I'm going to go and do the MSQ. I'll probably fast forward through a lot of the just running around or fighting random enemies, if that takes an extended period of time. But generally speaking, I'll just try to share what the story actually is, even with all of its highs and lows. So we're going to be starting here with Ny'ardbert. He'll be from the Nya tribe. We have... The Makote come from a society where the tribes are denoted by a letter and then an apostrophe and then a given name. But I figure there's probably more than 26. And eventually they would have to... Sorry, they'd eventually have to have multiple letters, so why not NY? I don't think birthdays mean anything, so let's go for Christmas. This guy is a Christmas baby. Let's go with Halone. And to reflect the trailer from original Final Fantasy XIV, before ARR, the warrior in the trailer was an archer. So we'll start there and branch out to the assorted other classes as we proceed through. I'm going to try and do the quote-unquote canon class for each expansion. Except maybe I'll probably pick one or the other for Stormblood, because it is two. Alright, let's roll. No. I was trying to go to Leviathan. There. Ooh, do I capitalize the A? I should check that. Does Y'shtola capitalize her S? No. Okay, cool. Alright, here we go. I may put the trailer in if they don't play it, but from scratch, let the Warrior of Light begin his journey. As soon as the queue clears. Usually it doesn't take very long, but it is kind of funny getting interrupted there. So yeah, my goal here is to get through the level 15 quest as early as possible so that I can get over to one of the other cities so I could play with Fred when he gets on later tonight. And that shouldn't be too difficult.
Here. Here. Feel.
That's quite the log. Wow, so they established that conflict way earlier than I thought. Oi! You alright, lad? You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. That'll be the ether, I reckon. Some are more prone to the sickness than others. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. Feeling better, Koopa? You can see us. I had a feeling you could, Koopa. We're Moogles, and we live in this wood. Normal folks can't see or hear us, which makes you special, Koopa. And seeing as how you're special, maybe you could tell us something. Oh, it's been restless of late. Lots of strange things happening. Have you chanced to witness anything suspicious, Koopa? Other than the flying... Oh? Wait, did they just see a floating bottle, or did it disappear? But of course you haven't. You've only just arrived. Well, there's nothing for it then. We'll just have to keep looking. Nice to meet you, Koopa. So that Moogle's probably now sloshed. It just drank its entire body volume in alcohol. Now, Gridania is still far way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake, how about you keep me company till we get there? And young'uns don't care much for conversation, see? Brement's the name, and peddlin's me trade. As for your good self, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you're one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? I think our guy just sort of just woke up in the woods here not that long ago, so... figuring shit out, mostly. Well, if you ain't inclined to tell, I ain't about to pry. Might be as old Brement's a chatterbox, but he sure as hell ain't no busybody. We all have a secret or three, don't we? Me? Dozens. And I'd rather they stayed secret, too, which is why I don't go sticking me nose where it ain't welcome. I know that this accent is wandering all over the place. Just remember, though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Halt! Go no further! What's this then? Oh! What's going on? A skirmish has broken out up ahead with the Ixal. For your own safety, you must remain here until... Oh. Bloody hells, we shall hold them here! Try to break clear! That was too bleeding close. Nice of the Ixal to send us a welcoming party, though, eh? Joking aside, this won't be the last time you meet those feathered fiends, so just you take care, alright? By the by, is this your first trip to Gridania? Yeah. It is? Well then let this journeyed itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. The city of Gridania lies slap bang in the middle of the Black Shroud, the biggest, luscious forest in all of Eorzea. But it ain't near as lush as it used to be, saying that, not since the Calamity laid half of it to waste. The destruction prompted a herd of new nasties to move in, and gave the Ixal unneeded encouragement. Birdman raids have become a daily occurrence. Ah, at long last. Behold, Gridania, the forest nation blessed by the elementals.
The Black Shroud, the ancient forest, close to the heart of Eorzea. Beneath the boughs of its towering trees lies the woodland city-state of Gridania. Once a sanctuary from the world beyond the hedge, even the mighty elementals, eternal guardians of the forest, could not forestall the coming of the seventh Umbral era. However, the goddess Nofika was never one to forsake her children, and today she welcomes another brave soul. One who may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm.
And here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's back to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for keeping me company. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. Alright.
May the matron take him to her bosom, that he may never want. And in his heart, sow serenity, purity, and sanctity.
You there! Yes, you! Oh, it's that guy. Your face is not known to me. Newly come to the city, no doubt. I am Bertanon, a wood-whaler of Gridania. It is my duty to protect our nation from her enemies, while welcoming those who may yet prove her friends. Let us see what you are. Oh no, my tail's clipping through my quiver. Welcome to Gridania, a private forest nation cradled in the bosom of nature. Please select the control screen you wish to use. I'm going to use a gamepad. I know what my controls are. Although, definitely have some different overlay settings, but that's fine. I'm not going to narrate the tutorial elements. Another green adventurer, I presume. Thought as much. We cannot allow strangers to wander Gridania unchecked and untested. So showing me you know the controls. Before you rush off and begin pestering every second citizen for work, I suggest you make yourselves known at the Carline Canopy. That's the headquarters of the local Adventurers Guild, in case you were wondering. The Carline Canopy is the building you see behind me. Speak to Mother Mioun within, and she will take you in hand. I did a quest. Okay. I'm gonna fuss around with my display here for a sec, just to make this a little less less cluttered. Alright, the rest of that's probably going to be at least a little bit useful. Yeah, more of the same. Alright, I do appreciate that I have a total of one ability here, which is shoot. And then sprint, I guess. I can immediately take auto attack off this, because that doesn't actually mean anything in this. Reappeared. Weird. Well, well, what have we here? A wide-eyed and wondering young adventurer. Come to put your name down in the guild, I assume? Welcome. Mioun's my name, or Mother Mioun, as most call me, and the Carline Canopy is my place. As the head of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania, I have the honor of providing guidance to the fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the Guild is here to help you attain them. In return, we expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gridania. A fine deal, wouldn't you agree? To an outsider's eyes, all may seem well with our nation, but naught could be further from the truth. The people live in a state of constant apprehension. The Ixal and various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble. Trouble compounded by the ever-present threat of the Garlean Empire to the north. That is to say nothing of the Calamity. Even now, the wounds have barely begun to heal. But I speak of it as if you were there. Forgive me. 5 years past, Eorzea was not well nigh laid to waste when a dreadworm emerged from within the lesser moon, Dalamud, and rained fire upon the realm. It is this which people call the Calamity. Scarcely a square malm of the Twelmswood was spared the devastation. Yet, despite the forest's extensive wounds, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it all happened. I know, I am well aware of how improbable that must sound to an outsider. It is improbable, but it's also true. For reasons we can ill explain, the facts surrounding the Calamity are shrouded in mystery. There are as many versions of events as there are people willing to recount them. Blah. Yet amidst the hazy recollections and conflicting accounts, all agree on one thing, that Eorzea was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whatever else we've misremembered, none of us have forgotten the heroes who risked life and limb for the sake of the realm. And yet, whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. And whenever we try to call their faces to mind, we see naught but silhouettes amidst a blinding glare. Thus have these adventurers come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Pray, do not feel daunted by the deeds of legend. We do not ask that you become another Warrior of Light, only that you do what you can to assist the people of Gridania. Great or small, every contribution counts. I trust you'll play your part. All that's left then is to conclude the business of registration. Here's a quill. Scrawl your name right there. Oh, and I would appreciate it if you used your real name. There's a special place in the 7th Hell for those who use amusing aliases. You'd think they put that thing before you choose your name. Ny'ardbert, Are you quite sure that isn't an amusing alias? It is both. Very well. From this moment forward, you are a registered adventurer of Gridania, nation blessed of the elementals and the bounty of the Twelfswood. The Guild expects great things from you. Look at what just arrived, that goddamn adventurer. Don't you start with that. Adventurers are the very salve that the Gridania needs. The Elder Seatseer herself bade us welcome them with open arms. Do you mean to disregard her will? Of course not. Lest you forget, it is my sworn duty to uphold the peace. Am I to blame if outsiders bring mistrust upon themselves? You, adventurer, mind that you do not cause any trouble here, or I shall personally cast you out of this realm and into the 7th Hell. Wow, that's a hell of a threat. Pay that outburst no mind. He meant only to counsel you. Suspicious characters have been prowling the Twelveswood of late, you see, and the Woodwhalers feel they cannot afford to take any chances. As is often the way with folk who live in isolation, Gridanians are wont to mistrust things they do not well know, your good self included. Fear not, however, given a log of exemplary deeds in no more than a handful of years, the locals will surely warm to you. Oh, yeah, good to know it's brief. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation as your own in time. Now then, you may depend on Old Mother Miyun to teach you a few things that every adventurer should know. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. You've taken the first step as an adventurer in the city of Gridania. Listen well to the wisdom of Mother Mune, then go forth and discover the incredible adventure that awaits you. Hell yeah, level 2 already! Mune, proprietress of the Carline Canopy, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Let us begin at the beginning, shall we? Now that you are a formal member of the Adventurers Guild, we must be sure you have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 tasks I wish you to perform. Your first task is to visit the Aetheryte, the massive crystal that stands in the middle of the Aetheryte Plaza, not far from the Carline Canopy. As a device that enables instantaneous transportation, the Aetheryte plays a key role in the life of the ever-wandering adventurer. Once you've located the crystal, all you need to do is touch its surface. A member of the Wood Whalers will be present to offer further instruction. For your second task, you are to visit the Archers Guild. There's no better place to learn the arts of the bow. Speak with Athelina, and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. For your third and final task, I would have you visit the markets at the heart of Old Gridania's commercial district. There you shall find weapons and armor and all the various items that an adventurer might need on his travels. There is, however, more to the markets than buying and selling goods. Speak with Parcemontre, and listen well to his counsel. The Master Merchant can be uncooperative at times, so be sure to offer him one of my famous eel pies. Like so many men, he is much more charitable when his stomach is full. Here, I made a batch not long ago. You have your tasks, Ny'ardbert. May Nuffica guide your path. Oh, and one more thing. Should you happen to come across any citizens in need, don't be afraid to proffer a helping hand. I'm certain they will be pleased to meet an adventurer in whom they can confide their woes. Granted, the work they offer is unlikely to be of realm-shattering importance, but prove your worth and build a reputation, and in time folk will be more inclined to trust you with matters of moment. I also suggest that you lend an ear to the smith here in the Canopy. The smiths are trusted representatives of the Adventurer Guild and are an invaluable source of advice for neophyte heroes seeking to attain greatness. Hi, I'm a tutorial. Bye. You know, I think I'll just put something on top of the log there. Alright. Greetings, adventurer. I see you're faithfully following Mother Mune's instructions. Oh, that was not the voice for you. Allow me to offer you a bit of instruction myself. I am Ny'ardbert of the Wood Whalers, and I know a thing or two about the Aetheryte. Yes, that big crystal right there. Aetherites are devices that tap into the ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of ether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Truly, few things in this world are so useful to an intrepid explorer. But you need not locate them all at once. Before rushing out into the wilds, I suggest you start with the Aetherites found here in Gridania. Should you wish to learn more about the Aetherite or transportation magic, I'm here to answer your questions. What's your deal? Why can't I take your quest? Oh, because it's a level 60 quest. That was a good reason that I cannot take your quest. What's over in that direction? I should probably turn off people names, because that is cluttered AF. Alright, that is much cleaner. What is your deal? Alright, that's basically nothing. I'm probably not going to do too many of the yellow quests, unless I really need to, because the rewards in them are bad. And if we're trying to get through the story, then no need to spend time fetching random stuff. But I'll probably grab some that are just, like, around that catch my eye, or if I need the levels. And I'll probably read all the ones available, because they tend to potentially give equipment or something. Greetings, friend. You found your way to the Archers Guild. Do you seek to uncover the secrets of our art? Now that I think on it, you have the look of one who has received Mother Mioun's gentle instruction. Very well, I shall give you a brief introduction to archery in the Archers Guild. The skills practiced by our archers allow them to gauge an enemy's weaknesses from afar, and turn the tide of battle with a single, well-placed arrow. Should you join us, you'll be taught to do the same. Archery as practiced in Gridania was born of two distinct styles of bowmanship. The first was devised by the longbow sentries of the Elizan who once ruled the lowlands, while the second belonged to the shortbow hunters of the formerly nomadic Makote. As you will doubtless be aware, both races ultimately came to call the Twelveswood home. Although the two people began as rivals, they gradually learned to live together in harmony. During this time, they learned from one another. Their two schools of archery intermingling to give birth to the art as it is known today. For a time, the bow was used primarily for hunting, but as the hunters vied with one another to prove who was the better shot, there emerged a group of archers whose ultimate goal lay not in the practical pursuit of prey, but in perfection. Thus was the Archers Guild born, from the ranks of the Trappers League. It is the way of the guild to promote greatness in archery through friendly competition, and the result of our methods can be seen in the vaunted archers of the God's Quiver, many of whom spent their formative years loosing arrows at the guild's practiced butts. Right, that's like targets. I hope this gives you a better idea of who we are and what we do here. Oh, do I see a spark of ambition fly within your eyes? If you wish to draw a string with the finest archers in Eorzea, look no further than the Archers Guild. Before you can enlist, however, you must gain the approval of the Guildmaster. Once you're ready to proceed, speak with me again, and we can begin seeing about your enrollment. Alright, let's do that. So are you resolved to join the Archers Guild? Yes. The look in your eye bespeaks your determination. It'd be my pleasure to refer to you to Guildmaster Lucien. Lest you worry unduly, Lucien is an affable and kind-hearted woman. Even those not of the guild have been known to seek her counsel on various matters, and even ever have they been given a fair hearing. Lucien awaits you in the training area yonder. Present yourself before her, and impress upon her your desires to join the guild. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily put all of the class quests in here as we level stuff up, but at least for now, when it's like this early, it definitely makes sense to. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to join our ranks. I am Lucien, the master of the Archers Guild, and I bid you welcome. Our doors are open to all who have the will to learn. Allow me to explain the basics of our art, and offer you a foretaste of that which we teach the members of our guild. The bow's greatest advantage is its range. Unlike those arms used in other disciplines of war, it allows one to strike at the enemies from afar. Though the bow may not boast the destructive force of a sword or spear, its myriad strategic applications more than compensate for this shortcoming. An experienced archer can immobilize an enemy by striking a leg or sap its strength with a poisoned arrow. Rise to become a virtuoso of archery, and a veritable deluge of death will be yours to rain down upon your foes. By fighting from a distance, we can better assess the battlefield and thereby determine the most advantageous course of action. This is of paramount import, as our role in battle is to exploit the enemy's weakness. With the requisite placement and timing, but a single arrow may serve to turn the tide. To this end, the Guild seeks to instill a discerning eye within its members, that they might learn to strike at vulnerabilities swiftly and surely. Now, any half-wit can bend the bow, but it is no simple undertaking to become a skilled archer. You must be prepared for a long and arduous journey. Are you resolved to complete that journey? Sure. At least until level 15, I can take other classes. Very well. Now, before proceeding any further, I must needs gauge your innate aptitude for archery. To this end, I hereby assign you the following trial. Slay the squirrels, ladybugs, and funguars that roam just beyond the city gates. 3 of each should suffice. In so doing, you'll prove your fitness to join the Archers Guild. Report back to me when the task is accomplished. I doubt that it will trouble you unduly. What do you say before I get here? The world can seem clearer when viewed down an arrow shaft, but an archer must think of more than just the target. I know she comes up later, so I figured I'd see what she says now. There's a little shard here. I need to remember to attune to these, because I don't have them attuned already. Alright. You now have access to the Ethernet. Quick travel through the city can be achieved by simply placing your hand upon Ethernet shards. Alright. This goes into the city, not out of it, right? Yes. Okay, cool. Prices of these things. Oh, those are just weapons. Who sells armor? Okay, good to know. I know at some point they require you to have armor of a certain level, and I'm just curious, like, what money I need to do that. By what right does a fledgling adventurer presume to address Parcemontre, master of the markets? You think you can stroll in here bold as you please and demand my hard-earned knowledge? Ha! A merchant does naught for naught, especially when dealing with would-be heroes. If, on the other hand, you had some tasty morsel to curry my favor, then I might reconsider your request. Come now, this whole encounter reeks of Mune's handiwork, and more specifically her baking. Don't look so surprised, son. I smelled that eel pie of yours a mile away. Hand it over. Quest items. That flaky crust. Just divine. Very well, I'm a man of my word. Pay close attention, for I shall only explain this once. The aspiring adventurer need look no further than the rosewood and ebony stalls. Both are but a short stroll from where we stand. If you mean to do battle, you'd best be prepared with a quality set of weapons and armor. Such goods are the province of the Rosewood stalls, directly south of here. You'll be pleased to learn that the merchants of Gridania are exceedingly particular when it comes to craftsmanship, so you needn't fear defective straps and the like. If it is potions and paraphernalia you seek, head north to the Ebony stalls. The shelves there are lavishly stocked by widely traveled Ul'dan merchants, and I may truly say that I have seen things amongst their myriad wares that I scarce knew existed. Do you follow me thus far? The first step in any purchase is to select the stalls that meet your needs, then you may concern yourself with price and profit. There's little more that I can teach you with mere words. Go peruse the stalls and see for yourself what wares they offer. There is no substitute for first-hand experience after all, and I am weary of talking. Unless you have another eel pie? Is there a task to talk to them? Sure, alright. Yeah, I take it my previous explanation did not suffice to sate your curiosity? Very well, if you wish to know more of the markets, I shall give you a practical education free of charge. As a master of the markets, I entertain many requests, this order from the whalers, for example, but I delegate their fulfillment to my hirelings, that I might tend to such tasks I alone am capable of performing. For your personal betterment, I shall delegate the fulfillment of this particular request to you. I bid you search the stalls for a bone spearhead, a pot of beeswax oil, and a length of brambleweed rope, and deliver them to Sanegild of the Lancers Guild. There is much more to be found in these stalls, if you have the dedication to seek it and the coin to procure it. However, as my representative, you need only offer my name as payment. None will deny me. In fact, many will be all too eager to part with their wares, so numerous are. Hi, do you have a thing? Got certain eyes, sir. The craftsmanship truly something, ain't it? Perfect for securing any manner of... A parchment tray. Gods, if I never hear that bloody name again, it'll be too soon. And there I was thinking I might make a gale today. Here, take the damn brambleweed rope and bugger off. Hi, do you have a thing? Welcome, welcome. At the behest of good parchment, you say. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company today, my lord? May I take the opportunity to say that it is an honor and a privilege to serve you. Ah, but you must have your beeswax oil without delay. Yes, yes. Feel free to take as much as you require. And you will, of course, inform Master Parchmentre that I was only too happy to accommodate his needs, yes? Sorry, mate, we ain't open yet. Oh! Want a Parchmentre's? Well, then, what is it said you wanted? A bone spearhead? Here she is. Take it and tell the bastard we're square. Alright, now I need to go deliver the thing. Take a run on down there. Oh, there's a shard. Yeah, tuning into the shards is a good idea, both because it, like, is quick to get around, but also, once you get all of them, you could actually teleport out of the city. What business have you with me, adventurer? You come with the bidding of Master Parchmentre. Here, have the things you need. So soon? I am impressed. I placed my order only a short time ago, yet here are all the items I requested. Truly, Master Parchmentre is every bit as resourceful as they say. You're fortunate to work under such a man. You would do well to mold yourself in his image if you have any aspirations as a merchant. I don't. Alright, let's zip on back to the Carline Canopy, which is near the Aetheryte Plaza. Although, are there any ones that I need to get on the way back? Nah, we can get those later. Ma'am, I did the thing. What now? The conquering hero returns. You've completed my little tasks, I trust. 3 locations you visited will feature prominently in your life as an adventurer. It is best you grow familiar with them as soon as possible. And you took the time to listen to the woes of the citizenry. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to lend your talents to one and all, no matter how trivial the matter may seem. I will do that, between bits. I am thankful that you are an obliging sort, Ny'ardbert. It is adventurers like you who will win the hearts of the locals and pave the way for those who follow. I pray Gridania can rely on your aid in its struggles to come. Yeah, so that quest, for example, gave 5 times the experience of the previous one. Oh, wait. Okay, what is the threshold for picking up the next one? Level 4. Okay, so I need to go and do some actual quest work now. Interesting. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm not going to narrate all of the random filler quests, but it's definitely good to take a couple. That is here. So let's go ahead and mark that. One thing I do appreciate in this is that they let you take quests that's like a level or two above you. You just can't turn them in until you're that level. With the intent being that, like, maybe the process of doing that quest will get you there. What's this one? Sure. Clean up the amphitheater? Sure. Seems like sylphs, which are basically pixies, have just hung out and thrown vegetables all over the place as offerings to the shrine that the amphitheater is. There we go, quick and easy. Okay, so Miketa, who was the person who founded this, was a performer of sorts. And this was built by her and then dedicated to her. Is basically the lore being passed around here. That's the tune. We'll run this errand and then head out into the wilds. Is the thing you need outside the city? No. Hello. Yep, that's the direction. So we need to head on out to the Chocobo stables. I went to a new place. Alright. So, you'll see that the assorted things that we're supposed to kill are marked with little quest icons. That's all the squirrels I need. That's all the ladybugs I need. I just need to find funguars. Which might be in the other exit, but that's fine. Do I have my hunting log yet? No, I don't. Okay. Hi, brought a thing. Alright, so that one is for the right one for my class. No. Did it not change anything? Oh, is my starter gear just better than that? Did they outmode it inherently? Oh no, it's level 5, so I can't wear it yet. That makes sense. Alright, let's go and kill some bugs for this guy. Whoa, what happened there? Not entirely sure what kicked those two apart like that. So over here is what's called a fate, which are basically random spawning events that multiple people can take part in, and give rewards if you do a certain thing. So right now, it looks like basically it's monkeys are getting too close to this one place, and so they're asking you to kill the monkeys. And they just randomly spawn in the overworld, more or less. Right there. Did it. And then you get rewards based on your participation in that fate. So like if I was only helping out a little and there were a bunch of other people, I would not get as much of a reward. There's a wall. You need to go around the wall. Did you jump the fence here? Yeah. Here you go. Alright. And now I can head back home. Because it seems like the Fungars are in the other exit from town. Yeah, they are. And I'm level 5, so we can take the next story quest. So the difference between return and teleport is that teleport can take you to any of the big aetherytes, while return only takes you wherever your home point is, but return is free and on a cooldown, while teleport you have to pay basically the mages that are maintaining it. Ny'ardbert, have you visited the Bannock on your wanderings? It is a training ground found just outside the city where the soldiers of the Order of the Twin Adder are drilled in swordplay and other martial matters. I mention this because an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman by the name of Galfred, is an instructor there, and I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself there and find out if there's anything you can do to help. Mind you, do not stray far from the path. The Twelveswood is no place for merry strolls through the underbrush. Okay, so this quest gives boots. I already have a new shirt, so I think I need a hat and pants in order to pass the bit. You know what? We'll just attempt to continue the quest and see where it stops me. Okay, so that's the exit. Is there any aetheryte things on the way? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so let's head in that direction. So I figure we'll pop our head out in this direction. At least kill the funguars. Maybe go back to the Archers Guild to get our next class quest so we can multitask. Hi. Can I go out this way? Oh, okay. Right. I forgot that's the danger zone. Probably also keep an eye out for a post-Moogle. I forgot that I get a bunch of free stuff for having a pretty old account. Alright, there's a shard. How many of these am I missing? There's 3? Okay. Oh, just 2. Alright. Botanist and leather workers. So you know what, let's go out of our way to do those now so we can teleport a little easier. One thing that... My one regret in playing a Rogadin as my main character is that a lot of the clothes are not fitted for them. Like, they can still wear everything, but, like, a lot of the early gear that, like, is meant to look just, like, kind of basic looks hilariously unflattering on someone that big. So that's why I decided to play Makote this time around, because glam is the real end game, and if they can make the basic gear look good, the fancy stuff will probably be even better. Okay, so Leatherworkers Guild is the one we need but don't have yet. Let's start with... Wait, what's this one I can't go to? Oh, there's the amphitheater. I must have run right past that last time. And done. You've attuned yourself to all the Ethernet shards in Gridania. The Blue Badger Gate, the Yellow Serpent Gate, and the airship landing are now accessible as Ethernet destinations. Not really just lock you down while it tells you that. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and buy gloves. And maybe a hat. Which is over here, I think. Yeah. Alright, cool. These are the same? Oh, that's a higher level. Okay, so grab that. And why is what we have access to at this level an eye patch? Alright, sure. What do we think? Eye patch on our guy? Nah. A lot of the gear you actually have to wait until you get glamour to like turn off and make it so you're not visibly wearing it, but hats, they had the courtesy of letting you toggle on and off from the very start. Okay, so I believe we're looking for the Blue Badger Gate. There we are. Alright, Funguars, where you at? There you are. Little mushroom fucks. Die! You've done nothing wrong, but the guild has declared that I seek your death. Alright, so I'm gonna pop back into the city just to turn that in and get the next quest. Then we will continue on our way. Because I think that's when I get my hunting log, and that's one of those, like, nice ways to get passive experience. So that's a long walk to the closest etherite. Not like actually that long, but surprisingly more than I expected. Oh, there's a Moogle here, I think. It didn't load, but they're marked on the map. I guess not? Huh. Maybe I'm not special enough to see them. There's the Archers Guild. That person has a nice umbrella. Hey, ma'am, I shot the things you wanted me to. Welcome back, Ny'ardbert. It would seem you have successfully completed the trial. You've proven yourself worthy of a place within these halls. It is with pleasure that I name you an Archer of the Guild. As fellows of the Path, let us together strive for greater mastery of our art. Now, though you may be a member of the Archers Guild, know that your seniors will not coddle you with personal attention. It is up to you to seek out the experiences you need to grow as an archer. To this end, I present you with this hunting log. Written within there are the names of such creatures as would provide a fitting challenge. Should you find yourself lacking direction, you would do well to refer to the log. By way of a first step, I encourage you to practice proper technique. Loose arrow after arrow, paying close attention to form until the movement becomes second nature. When drawing your bowstring has become as natural to you as drawing breath, and the world seems clearer when viewed down the shaft of an arrow, return to me. Go well, my young apprentice. The next Archer quest will be available from Lucian upon reaching level 5. Oh, what a surprise! I'm level 5! Guildmaster Lucian wishes to instruct you in the fundamentals of archery. Good morrow to you, Ny'ardbert. I felt that it was about time you returned. Have you grown more accustomed to the bow? Before we go any further, I wish to ensure that you have grasped the fundamental essence of archery. Tell me, Ny'ardbert, do you truly understand what it means to see clearly? To see clearly is not merely to look, it is to observe with intent. Fail to do this, and no amount of talent with a bow will avail you. An archer must remain vigilant for any trace of his target, overlooking not the smallest detail lest it prove crucial to the realization of his purpose. He must, in short, see clearly. The coming task will test your powers of observation. A number of targets have been hidden throughout the city. I would have you seek them out and destroy them. Each will fall easily to your heavy shot technique. When you have completed the task, return to me and we will continue. Alright. Let's find those targets. Oh, that one is super obvious. Are there any other ones nearby? In my head, I'm just hearing the Super Smash Bros. Melee, break the targets. Come on. I not have... Oh, I shot it, and it just didn't play the animation. Alright. There's one. Why is it... Alright, weird. Maybe it's freaking out because I'm inside a city. Let's see, it did it there. Alright. So there should be two more. Oh, there's one. You know, it must be nice of the, for the Warrior of Light to... Wait, how are there two zones still? There's only one target left. Anyway, one of the, less, obvious powers that the Warrior of Light has access to is having quest objectives glow. I certainly appreciate it. There. Alright, and then teleport back to turn it in. Ah, you've returned. I trust you've begun to comprehend the crucial importance of seeing clearly. The next trial will test your powers of observation and battle. Travel to the North Shroud, and there put down 8 Microchews and 8 Opo-Opos. In contrast to the inanimate and wholly unthreatening targets of the previous trials, these creatures may be relied upon to move and fight back. Nor are those the only differences. Being comparatively numerous, Microchews and Opo-Opos are anything but difficult to find, and yet you may be assured that this task will test your powers of observation, albeit in a different manner. This time, you'll need to evaluate the abilities of your opponents. In so doing, you'll learn, amongst other things, that Microchews produce a poison that can quickly sap one's strength, while Opo-Opos, like archers, possess the advantage of range. Knowing their strengths, how will you go about mitigating them? If you commence your attacks before identifying an effective strategy, you will soon be made to regret your folly. But, if you take the time to observe your targets from afar, you will surely glean the knowledge necessary to defeat them. I look forward to hearing of your success, Ny'ardbert. Okay, now I will go about my main story quest. And if we come across those things on our travels, I will shoot them. And if I do not, then we can make a side trip for it later. Out the gate. So yeah, you'll see that these things here have these little coin signs over them, or maybe they're targets. That is basically saying, like, hey, these are in your hunting log, you get bonus experience for killing them. Right now, I will actually eat food to get even further bonus experience. It's going to look pretty random where I'm putting my assorted skills, but that's really just because I have already played an archer to a certain level, and so, like, I have places I'm used to certain things being. Oh, it's stormy. It would suck to run into Odin at level 5. Sorry, that's a aside. In this area of the game, there's a fate, like I was talking about earlier, that spawns in Odin, which is like a ridiculous boss fight that's meant for like 20-something people to fight him. And I know that he only spawns when it's thunderstorming. Hi, Galfred! Sorry I'm coming here like via a roof. Greetings, Ny'ardbert. Mion sent word to expect you. My name is Galfred, and I am responsible for training our Twin Adder recruits. I thank you for volunteering your assistance. The Twelveswood has much changed since the calamitous arrival of the Seventh Umbral Era 5 years ago. The power of the elementals wanes, and the harmony of the forest gives way to chaos. A great abundance of life has been lost as the strong run rampant, stifling the weak and new sprung. Though it may not appear as so to the eyes of an outsider, the Twelveswood is ailing. Its once rich variety a fading memory. For the citizens of Gridania, the restoration of the forest is a sacred duty, and it is my hopes that adventurers such as you will offer aid to them in their struggle. Listen to their requests and do all that you can. May the elementals bless your endeavors, Ny'ardbert. I see you are eager to lend a hand, Ny'ardbert. That is well, but I cannot in good conscience send you into the forest until I have established that your equipment is equal to the task. It bears repeating that, in the 5 years since the dawn of the Seventh Umbral Era, many of the Twelveswood creatures have transformed into vicious, bloodthirsty monsters. Venturing into the forest without proper gear is tantamount to suicide. I suggest you take some time to evaluate your equipment. Once you deem your armor to be of sufficient quality, present yourself to me for inspection. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with gear of item level 5 or above before returning to speak with Galfred. Put on the boots. And I'm there. Wait a minute, Sorry, it just clicked that I think the starting gear is eye level 5 now. So that quest doesn't mean anything. Ready for inspection, are we? Right then. Eyes forward, back straight. Yes, I think you passed muster. You'd be surprised at how many young, promising soldiers get themselves killed by rushing off into the woods without first donning a decent set of armor. Your equipment, however, should provide the required degree of protection. Consider yourself ready for duty, Ny'ardbert. And I can get myself a bow. Oh, I think they already gave me a bow. Yeah, I think they gave me a bow, so I'm going to take the money. They did, right? Oh, maybe they didn't. Whoops, alright. Ny'ardbert, by your tireless efforts, you have proven yourself a friend to Gridania. I believe you can be trusted with sensitive intelligence. I would assign you a mission of considerable import, yet the need for secrecy prevents me from disclosing its details until you have pledged your participation. I'm authorized to tell you only that it concerns suspicious activity in the Twelveswood. Say that you will lend us our aid, and I shall proceed with the briefing. Sure. Got you, Galfred. What's the biz? I thought that you had a big beard, but nope, that's just how your hair makes it look. Anyway. Good. Time is of the essence, so listen well. You will by now have heard that a suspicious individual has been seen prowling the Twelveswood. Will I have? I guess that's something that the side quests would cover, if I took them in this area. And you may also be aware that Ixali activity has risen sharply in the region of late. What you may not know is that the increase coincided almost exactly with the first recorded sighting of the aforementioned individual. Suspecting a connection, we tightened our surveillance in hopes of tracking down our unknown visitor. Alas, our quarry is proving to be exceedingly elusive, almost as if he knows our movement ahead of time. But where holy units have failed, a lone adventurer may yet succeed, Acting independently and covertly, you may yet be able to close in on our quarry unnoticed. Fear and anxiety are beginning to take their toll upon the citizenry, Ny'ardbert. For their sake, I ask that you aid us in this investigation. You have my gratitude. With your help, I am hopeful we will shed light upon this mystery. Begin your search at Lifemed Stump. It is there that the majority of the sightings took place. Be forewarned, my people cannot offer you support, lest our quarry catch scent of our presence and evade us yet again. Proceed with caution. Interesting. Okay. Let us proceed in that general direction. This is a really big fade. Oh, okay, it's just because it's a... Oh! Cannolis. Should probably be fighting these. See, I've already gotten enough of these to do my hunting log, but like, we're in the middle of a fight, might as well finish it. I like how, like, these sort of raptor-like lizards that have frost breath, of all things, are just, like, naturally occurring critters that are just, like, hanging out. Considered as endemic as, like, a large ladybug. Alright. These are also on my list, so let's get these guys. So you'll notice that these orange areas keep popping up that I walk out of. Those are basically hazard zones. They're saying, like, whenever the target that is making it finishes channeling, that will become somewhere that's going to get hit. Notably, the check on whether you get hit or not happens immediately upon the cast finish and when that zone disappears, not like when the animation plays. So sometimes it'll probably look like I'm stepping into an explosion because the animation's still playing, even though it is now safe because it's already done the check. It's one of the little, like, quirks of the system. And last one. Is there another target over here? Oh, this is where the microchews are that I need to get for my archer quest. Something I'm going to try as we're going forward is to try and make it so whenever I'm turning in one of my job quests, I also can pick up the next one. They're about 5 levels apart, so like when I go to turn in the level 5 job quest, I'm going to try to be level 10. It'll probably happen naturally this early in the game, but if you're trying to like get through stuff quickly, that's the way to do it. Did I get all of them? Okay, cool. I just need to keep an eye out for Opa-Opos. Sure. I need to go all the way back around. I made a wrong turn, but I guess it worked out because this is where the things I needed to kill were. Wait, is there a thing behind the water? Oh, there is not. You faked me out. Darn it, game. Where is that path, then? Is it like up here? Yes, yes it is. Alright. Ooh. Got an event. A magicked blade. That's a cool looking sword. Not super practical, but cool. You're about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. So it'll be a battle. If I was above level 9, it would sink me down to level 9 to make sure that I don't just like blow through it. But luckily, I am level 9. So we get to keep all my stuff.
Look, someone's already here. Oh dear. Is that a sword in a stump? Bad idea. Really bad idea. It takes a lot less than that to incite the Green Wrath, you know? Why, the first time I came to the 12's Wood, we almost ended up as a stranger dinner, just for crashing our airship in the wrong place.
No,
It was all Papolino's fault, of course. Though, he'd sooner swallow his staff. You know him, Kubla Kop?
Well, not exactly, but we did once share a carriage. Isn't that right?
Oh. Huh. Small world, I guess.
How are the readings?
Same as the last. There is a disturbance here as well. And newly manifested at that. Kubla Kop seems convinced of your innocence. But if this isn't your doing, whose is it?
Ever since the calamity, the forest's been really sensitive.
What an interesting choice of music.
The slightest disruption to the etheric flow. And this sort of thing happens.
It seems we have little choice.
do find it a little funny that it's the sword and the stump that got them pissed off and not, like, cutting down the tree in the first place. What? Little guys. To you? Alright. So many of these little guys. Uh-oh. Acorn Armageddon. That's a heck of a name for a move.
Hear, feel, think. Crystal Bearer. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
It's a big rock.
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Shine thy light on all creation.
You fainted. A surfeit of ether, no doubt.
And what have we here?
Oh.
Our culprit, it would seem. An Ixal. And no ordinary Ixal either. A chieftain. That they would venture this deep into enemy territory, the beastmen may indeed be acting under orders. This is Papalimo. We found
How
the
are we
culprit.
feeling then?
It was an
Better?
excellent chieftain.
Good.
Yes, we'll seek Brother Esumian's cooperation in the matter. Ida?
Giant crystals.
Oh, loud.
Can't say I've seen
Much
any.
the same as always.
Are you sure you're feeling better?
Understood. Over and out. Kuplokop, please bear word of these developments to Brother Esumian. We shall soon return to give a full report.
Understood. Over and out. Kaboom!
Here is where we part ways. Till next time, take care.
I think that sword might be a clue. You should definitely pull it out and take it back to the Bannock. You don't suppose that adventurer could see Kuplokop?
And this occurs to you now? Yes, it seemed that way. Time will tell.
Well, time will have to, because you won't. You never tell me what's really going on. Unless... you don't know what's going on either.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
It's really fun seeing characters that, like, over the course of the game, play a bunch of different roles. Like, what is actually at the very beginning. Also of note, as we get deeper in, voice acting will become more common. Although that'll be quite deeper in. The budget for voice acting in A Realm Reborn was not great. Also, when Heaven's Word comes around, which is the first expansion, they basically voice cast. A lot of them are pretty similar, but some of the more odd or egregious casting choices get, I hesitate to say fixed, because not all of them are bad, but changed. Ny'ardbert, it's good to see you back. One of our patrols sent word that you'd been spotted doing battle with enraged Trents. I'm relieved to find you none the worse for the experience. But tell me, what were you able to discover at Lifeman Stump? I found a sword! A sword in the stump and a dead Ixal? I can say with absolute certainty that this blade is of Ixali origin, is of a kind used exclusively in the Beastmen's rituals. The Ixal rarely set foot in the Crystal Shroud, so tight is our guard over the area. What purpose could have driven them to take such a risk? I fear something is afoot. What's that? A dubious couple sporting peculiar spectacles? So you've finally been acquainted with Ida and Papalimo. Lay your suspicions to rest. Gridania counts them among her staunchest allies. Both are scholars, hailing from a distant land, and have been with us since before the Calamity. I'm sorry, did you say Ida was a scholar? Miss, do you suppose he was talking to the thing he was talking to? Alright. Their garb may appear outlandish, and their exchanges baffling, but never once have they given us cause to doubt them. Indeed, they often assist the gods Quiver and the Wood Whalers in their work, much as I hope you will in the days to come, Ny'ardbert. Although our unknown visitor eludes us still, owing to your efforts, we have acquired important intelligence on the Ixali threat. You have my gratitude. We are fortunate indeed to have a capable adventurer such as you aiding us. I pray you will continue to serve the people of Gridania in whatever capacity you are able. Galford, Chief Instructor of the Bannock, wishes you to collect Chigo egg sacs. Let's just de-escalate for a sec, I guess. Ny'ardbert, injuries to several of my men have left me short-handed. I require a capable sort to complete their unfinished duty. The task is simple. Put down as many of the local Chigo population as necessary to acquire 3 of their egg sacs. Having done so, you are to deliver them to Monarchine at Gilbert's Spire. He will answer any queries you might have. Now, I have other business to attend to. Alright, let's go fight some bugs. Bug eggs, bug eggs. Alright. 2 to 3 ain't bad. Oh, wow, we went 3 for 3. That's unlikely. I mean, the drop rates are usually pretty good for story stuff like that, but I didn't think it was 100%. You must be the adventurer standing in for our injured companions. Terribly unfortunate business, that. Have some sacks! It seems, however, that you had little trouble gathering the egg sacs in their stead. Excellent work. I shall have them sent over to the Trappers' League immediately. What are they used for? Lest you wonder, these egg sacs are not destined for the dinner table. Members of the Twin Adder and the Wood Whalers are assisting the League by collecting the samples they need to check for signs of sickness. The Chigo, you see, is one of the few creatures capable of transmitting the disease known as the Creeping Death. Until recently, any Heor who contracted this ghastly illness would almost invariably perish. Indeed, a single outbreak once claimed the lives of a third of the Huron population here in Gridania. That was a long time ago, of course. With the medicine available to us now, the creeping death is not the killer it once was. Even so, it is best to halt any new outbreaks before they occur. Thus, we gather Chigo eggs on a regular basis in order to assist the Trappers League with their ongoing research. Your timely assistance is most appreciated. Means you recover the surveying equipment left behind a cave by a startled recruit. Such an embarrassing turn of events. I sent a recruit from the Bannock on a surveying expedition, only for the Craven to turn tail and flee at the first sign of trouble. This is not how we treat requests from the Conjurers, and as if such a poor showing wasn't bad enough, the lily-livered halfwit left behind the surveying equipment provided by Hero Pauline herself. While I attempt to instill some backbone into this so-called soldier, would you mind recovering the survey gear and returning it to Hero Pauline at Gabinot's Bower? According to my recruit's tale of woe, there should be a set of survey records, a surveyor's rope, and 2 boxes of surveyor's instruments strewn about the interior of a cave to the south of here. It's a wonder the damned fool didn't lose his boots. Matron watch over you. So, I said earlier that I had a roll trait. Oh, I've already done that. Okay, cool. Percent this on? Okay, cool. Hello, assorted critters. I'll just go pass on through here, and then I'll kill whichever ones of you I need when I get where I'm going. Oh, or not. Hey, buddy. There's too many of you. I really thought that there would stop being more of them, and there just wasn't. It didn't stop more. There was never less more. Okay. Are we out? Okay, cool. Oh, nope, some of them are still coming. Come on. Okay, cool. Alright, so this thing's gonna attack me if I hang around it, so I might as well take care of it. Ooh, there's a hunting mark targets here as well. This is probably too high level for me, because I'm not doing nearly as much damage to it as it is doing to me. So let's go around. I need to remember to attune to these when I find them. Oh hey, a mail moogle. There we are. Let's get my mail. Mail, please. Wow, that's a lot of text. I probably should have read that. Okay. Let's start claiming some of this stuff. Basically, these are all either from having recruited a friend to play, or having played for a certain amount of time. Oh, we got a little buddy. That sounds fun. I should probably also be deleting these as we go. Alright, there we go. And also, I will eat one of my soups. I don't actually know what pipera is. It's probably a fish. Fresh pipera braised with creamy butter and chanterelle mushrooms. Alright, so will it let me use my mount? Okay, cool. That's what I thought, but wanted to double check. Alright. let's see if I can sneak on by that water thing without having to fight it. Because I don't want to fight it. I just want to do my quest that it is overlapping. Sir, I'm just trying to play the game. I'm not even in your mission anymore. Okay. Oh, hey! And someone came through just before me and fought those bog Yarzons, so... this will go a lot smoother. I understand how a guy got chased out of here and did not end up bringing his stuff back. Looking for a Pauline? Oh, hey. Oh, you're Governor. This is named after. Alright, so you are a logger here. Alright. Hey, Pauline, I brought some stuff. Yes, may I assist you with some matter? Oh, but this is the equipment I left with the soldiers of the Bannock. Fled at the first sign of danger, you say? I see. Well, all is not lost. It appears the recruit managed to complete the surveying assignment. The records are actually quite detailed. With the changes wrought by the Calamity, I thought it wise to send the Order of the Twin Adder on a number of expeditions to map the region's topography. As fortune would have it, the officer saw these tasks as an excellent opportunity to train inexperienced soldiers. We can no longer rely on our past knowledge of the Twelveswood if we are to survive these troubled times. We must reacquaint ourselves with our surroundings, that we may better discern the threats we face. Stay vigilant, adventurer. Alright, made level 10. I hesitate to make such a dangerous request, but might you assist us in thinning the number of anoles on Naked Rock? In our efforts to commune with the elementals, we conjurers often find ourselves in the area. Of late, however, our meditations have all too frequently been interrupted by unprovoked anole attacks. Truly, the beasts grow more aggressive by the day. Their numbers have continued to grow since the advent of the Seventh Umbral Era. You see, forcing packs of the Scalekin to come down from the mountains in search of food. If you could slay a handful of the beasts, that should lessen their need to hunt, and also serve as a warning to the Anoles to remain within their territory. But I'm afraid you must do more than thin the existing population. If we are to truly break the spiraling growth, then we must also target their future offspring. Bring me one of their eggs, and you will play your part in returning balance to this area of the forest. Alrighty. The Anoles are going to be everywhere. I'm going to try and get that egg first, and then just, like, fight whatever aggroes to me. Alright, so that's going to be one. just need to get one of their eggs. Where is a nest? Kind of assumed to be up at the top, but I guess not. Is there a better place to be looking for this? Ah, there it is. Okay. Uh-oh. There's a lot of these guys. Okay. There we go. Alright, Pauline, I got your egg and killed way more than 3 of them. Ah, you've returned. Now might my brothers and sisters continue their meditations undisturbed. You have my thanks. As for the egg, may I ask you to deliver it to Sub Comazome at the Bannock? Anole eggs are both large and filled with nutrients, the perfect meal for a soldier. She'll be more than a little pleased to see you, I should imagine. So, a common criticism of early ARR is that, like, it's a bunch of, like, run around fetch quests and such, that you just, like, go to point A, do a thing, go to point B. But I think the place where that really falls through is that, like, the appeal of the game isn't really necessarily just, like, doing fights, although at the higher levels there are some pretty awesome fights. It's just that, like, the story and the world, and since you're starting out as, like, basically nobody, it has to have a bit of a slow run-up, and it's a slow burn, you know? Who goes there? Oh, Ny'ardbert? It's you. Another delivery? Have an egg. I'm not certain I should be the one to... By Nafika, that's an Anole egg. The troops will be glad indeed to see one of these at the table. And you say here Pauline sent you on this errand? I hear the Anoles are more numerous than ever, yet you appear to have managed the task with your skin intact. Your skill and bravery continue to amaze me, Ny'ardbert. Alright, thank you for that bow. So we go ahead and do that, and then also put on this friendship circlet that gives me bonus experience, because I forgot that was a thing. Ny'ardbert, thank the gods you've come. We have a potential crisis on our hands, and I would appreciate your assistance. Will you hear me out? Uh-oh. Listen well, for we haven't much time. To the southeast of here lies a dungeon known as Spirit Hold. It was all but destroyed during the calamity. Desiring to offer the ruins back to the forest, a hearer ventured inside to carry out the rite of returning. Alas, it would seem something has gone awry. Word arrived just moments ago that the hearer and his guards have been attacked by a towering shadow. Aye, you heard me true, a shadow. On any other day, I would dispatch my best quivermen to provide support, but I sent them to repel an Ixali incursion in the West Shroud, nary a bell ago. The timing of these events cannot be a mere coincidence. I fear the Ixal somehow caught wind of our plans and are attempting to disrupt the rite in an effort to weaken the bond between man and elemental. They must not be allowed to succeed, and so I bid you go to Spirit Hold and do whatever is necessary to resolve the situation. Please say you will help us. I got you, bro! I knew you would not let me down. You will have all the support I can muster. Now, we are racing against time, so you'd best make haste. Is all the support you can muster, like, another person? Or is it just, like, you're cheering for? salamanders were a little confused there. Spirit hold. Alright, the swarms of flies are not aggressive. That's good. Alistan. Who goes there? An adventure, is it? Here at Instructor Galfried's request, you say? Thank you, Matron. Doubtless you already knew this, but a towering shadow manifested without warning and attacked the hero in the midst of the rite. Most of his party has been successfully evacuated, but 5 remain unaccounted for. Please find them and see them out of harm's way. Dense set of objectives. But alright, I got you. Away, vile fiend! Away, I say! I defy you! I defy you! Uh-oh. An adventurer! We were ambushed. Ambushed in the midst of a ritual, and then I'm not sure what happened. Oh. I'm here to help. You're sent to help? I fear you are too late. The ritual has failed. I must needs return to Credania. The Seed Seer must know of this. Where's this giant shadow you guys are talking about? That thing was no elemental, but a being born of darkness. The hero languishes alone in the depths. You must help him. Alright. Let's go. O mournful voice of creation, grant you this humble stone of soul, that it may wake to life. Here we go. Jeez. Oh, hi! I can't swing it. You're strong, but are you strong enough to withstand this? I mean, probably not, but I probably shouldn't stand it either. Impossible. Never has the golem been so sorely tested. I can't believe this adventurer is level 10. He's almost a third as strong as some of the guards of the nearby town. But the golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. That guy didn't look like a bird man. Damnation, he has eluded us yet again. Oh, fancy meeting you here. How are things? Whatever are you? Shh, more birds. This makes it how many times today? 7? Their movements are beyond our fathoming. Do you think maybe they're trying to summon their primal? I hope not, for all our sakes. Yet we must be prepared for the worst. Withered, the same fate has befallen Emerald Moss. It is as we feared. Dalamud's anomaly is affecting life in the Twelveswood. You mean the disturbance in the etheric flow? The very same. The Garleans have a lot to answer for. The imbalance they have created is plunging the land into chaos, just as Louisoix forewarned. It's no wonder the primals have started appearing. Time is against us, but there is still hope for the land. We must hold fast to the hope and fight to the very last. Agreed. What? Stupid things. These stupid things happen to be the very latest in Charlian innovation. Show some respect. But they're so uncomfortable and ugly. If you ask me, they're an improvement over that mask of yours. Hard to believe it's already been 5 whole years, isn't it? Already? 5 years is but a heartbeat in the life of the planet. I suppose you're right. Now that I think about it, the Twelveswood's barely recovered at all, and the Gridanians still have the same old problems. Aye, along with some new ones. Just in case the Ixal and Garuda weren't troublesome enough, the Sylphs had to go and invite Rama, didn't they? Do you ever think about those adventurers who fought alongside us? I do, and then 5 years seems like ages. I wonder what became of them. Ida, look! Golly, and this is what exactly? Yet another disturbance in the ether, and freshly manifested at that. It seems to be emanating from Lifeman's stump. We must hurry! Are you alright? Your eyes glazed over for... sorry, nope, that is Ida, not Papalima. Are you alright? Your eyes glazed over for a while there. The good news... oh my god. The good news is that the hero is unharmed. Somewhat dazed, yes, but whole of mind and body. The bad news concerns everything else. Lest you forget, the Twelveswood is the domain of the elementals. It is by their leave that man abides in this forest, and avails himself of its bounty. The ground which the dungeon occupies is no different. Having no more use for the dungeon, the Gridanians sent a hero to offer the place back to the elementals by way of the right of returning, which is essentially an expression of gratitude. Alas, he failed to complete the ritual, for obvious reasons. While the poor soul cannot be blamed for this, the fact remains that unless the elementals are given their due, they may well consider it a slight. And the very last thing the Gridanians can afford to do in these uncertain times is risk alienating the Twelve's Wood's eternal guardians. But you have done more than done your part. We shall see the hero to safety and send for his peers to finish the rite. In the meantime, please make your way outside and report to Alistan. Ah, but where are my manners? I am Papalimo, and the tactless woman who beside me here is... Ida. Papalimo and I are surveying the Twelve's Wood together. Pleased to meet you. Ida, give me a hand, would you? Wait, there's something familiar about you. Could it be that you are... Never mind. Doubtless my eyes are playing tricks. Till we meet again. Alright, let's report back. Still being aggroed? Really? We're doing this? Alright. All this had happened inside Spirit Hold. 12 preserve us. Who was that masked mage? And by what dark ambition is he driven? So many things shrouded in mystery. Well, I shan't find any answers on my own. I must needs discuss this with Galfried. The matter warrants a full investigation, if I am any judge, and that shall certainly be my recommendation. Your courage has saved many lives this day, adventurer. For this you have my deepest gratitude. Pray return to Gridania and seek out Miyun. I understand she wishes to thank you for your efforts on our behalf. Mother Miyun, please stop being invisible so I can turn in this quest. Thank you. There we are. Welcome back, Ny'ardbert. A little bird tells me that the hero and his party owe you their lives. A tale for the tavern if ever there were one. It's only a shame that I must ask you not to tell it, for the time being at least. Do I make myself clear? Yes, but why? Until the heroes have made their will on the matter known, it would be best to avoid unsettling people with the stories of walking statues. Fair enough. Now then, you must have suitable recompense for your valiant service. For the first half of your reward, I give you leave to make use of the accommodations here at the Guild. Arrangements have been made, so all you need to do is speak with Antoinot whenever you crave the comfort of a firm bed and a soft pillow. For the second half of your reward, I offer you another path to fame and fortune, Guild Leaves. Guild Leaves are records of the various requests we receive from the citizenry. They outline all manners of tasks which ambitious young adventurers like you can elect to undertake. Gontron is our Guild Leave official, or leave meet, here at the Carline Canopy. I have spoken with him regarding your knack for solving challenging problems, and he is eager to make your acquaintance. By the way, have you perchance heard about the coming festival? It is truly a splendid occasion, looked forward to by young and old alike, and one I heartily recommend you take the time to enjoy. Don't be too disappointed if the recent troubles cast a shadow over proceedings, however. If you're nothing short of the mysterious interloper's apprehension can prevent that. But we were talking about you, Ny'ardbert. You've made Mother proud. I expect great things of you, young man. Okay. It's fine if we call you Mother Mew. It's a little weirder when you refer to yourself that way. Have access to recommendations. The features displays a list of quests or duties available in your area. The recommendations list can be opened from under duty in the main menu. It will also be displayed automatically when you log in. If you find yourself unsure of what to do next, this tool makes it simple to locate activities suitable for your present class and level. Okay. I'm going to take a break here to see if Fred is cool with us recording at the same time or not. Because I'll probably get him on a call. But otherwise, we'll be back soon. Ny'ardbert will return in On to Bent Branch. See you soon.